So I, 32F, am staying at my mom's house for the week because my apartment building is being fumigated. What I forgot when I agreed to this was that my entire extended family basically treats mom's place like a free-for-all Airbnb. Currently in the house. Me, 32F, just trying to work remotely and not lose my sanity. Mom, 58F sweet lady, loves family togetherness, but refuses to set boundaries. Uncle Ray, 62M, claims he's between jobs, but spends all day hogging the TV watching conspiracy videos. My cousin Jess, 25F, brought her new boyfriend, who no one knows, to crash for a few nights. They've been here 6 days. My brother Kyle, 29M, supposedly here to help mom with the yard, but really just gaming in the basement. Aunt Marcy, 55F, insists on cooking for everyone, but then complains loudly that no one helps clean. My niece Ava, 7F, running around screaming, using my work laptop as a drawing pad. My sister Nina, 27F, in the middle of a messy breakup, keeps crying on the phone in the hallway at 2 a.m. 2 random dogs, no one can agree who actually owns them. I've only been here 2 days and it already feels like a sitcom that got out of hand. Jess and her boyfriend got into a fight last night because she caught him DMing some girl. He stormed outside at 1 a.m., only to come back when he realized he had no ride. Aunt Marcy burned dinner, then blamed the oven, then blamed me for distracting her. Kyle borrowed my charger and lost it somewhere in the basement. Mom keeps saying we're making memories, while chaos unfolds around her. Uncle Ray told Ava that the moon landing was fake, and now she's crying because she thinks astronauts are liars. I tried to do a Zoom call for work this morning, and in the background you can literally hear Ava screaming, dogs barking, Jess yelling, "You don't even deserve me," and Uncle Ray demanding to know if anyone checked the chemtrails today. My boss just looked at me and said, "You need a quieter place." I don't even know what to do anymore. I love my family, but this house is a circus and Mom refuses to kick anyone out. She just keeps saying, "It's so nice to have everyone together again." I'll update when things get worse. Update 1. Okay. I promised I'd update if things got worse, and wow. Things didn't just get worse, they imploded. It started last night with Jess and her boyfriend, let's call him Trevor. Remember how they were already fighting? Well, Jess caught him trying to sneak out with Uncle Ray's old truck. He claimed he just needed a break, but everyone assumed he was trying to bail. Uncle Ray went ballistic because apparently the truck is worth more than gold. It's a 1999 Ford that hasn't been inspected since Obama's first term. While they were screaming on the porch, Aunt Marcy decided to make comfort food to calm everyone down. Except she made enough for 15 people and used every pot and pan in the house. When I tried to help clean, she snapped at me that I was just making things worse and left the mountain of dishes in the sink. Meanwhile, Kyle, my brother, was gaming downstairs and totally ignoring all of it until the Wi-Fi cut out. Turns out Ava, my niece, unplugged the router to see what happens. Kyle stormed upstairs furious, yelling at a 7-year-old, which made Nina, my sister, snap because she's already emotionally unstable from her breakup. She started crying and screaming at Kyle to show compassion for once in his life. Then the dogs started fighting in the middle of the kitchen. One belongs to Jess, the other allegedly belongs to a friend of Marcy's who dropped it off last week and never came back for it. In the chaos, Ava spilled grape juice all over my work laptop. Completely fried. At this point, I was ready to pack up and sleep in my car. But then, and this is the kicker, Mom sat everyone down in the living room and said she had an announcement. She smiled and said, "I've decided to invite Dad to dinner tomorrow night. I think it'll be healing for everyone." Everyone froze. Context: Dad, her ex, hasn't been in this house in over 20 years. He left on really bad terms, and the last time he tried showing up, Uncle Ray threatened him with a shovel. So yeah, now the plan is that Dad is coming over tonight for dinner. Jess is threatening not to be here. Carl says he's going to confront him. Nina keeps saying she can't handle this emotionally. Marcy is acting like it's a fresh start. Uncle Ray says he's locking the doors. And Mom is humming while making lasagna like this is going to fix everything. I have no idea what's about to go down, But if I survive dinner tonight, I'll update. Final update. So, dinner happened. And I don't even know where to start. Dad showed up right on time. He walked in like he owned the place, carrying a cheap bottle of wine and acting like this wasn't the first time he'd seen us all in decades. The room went dead silent. Uncle Ray muttered, "Here we go," under his breath, and Kyle immediately stood up with his arms crossed like he was about to start a wrestling match. Nina burst into tears before Dad even sat down. Mom tried to keep it cheerful. She hugged him, sat him at the head of the table, and served lasagna like we weren't all seconds away from combusting. It was awkward small talk for about 10 minutes. Dad asked about the kids. "We're all adults now," and Kyle snapped, "Oh, now you care?" That kicked off the first round of yelling. Jess stormed out halfway through, saying she wasn't going to sit at a table with a deadbeat. Trevor, her boyfriend, tried to follow her, but Uncle Ray blocked the door and said, "You're not touching my truck again." Meanwhile, Aunt Marcy was loudly insisting everyone put the past behind us, which only made things worse because B1 Kyle brought up every single childhood slight he could remember. Ava started crying because she didn't understand why everyone was so angry and the dogs were barking nonstop. Then the twist. In the middle of all the chaos, Dad slammed his fork down and shouted, "You think I abandoned you? You don't even know the full story. Ask your mother about the money." The whole room froze. Mom went pale. Turns out Dad wasn't lying. He revealed that he'd been sending money for years, way more than just child support, but not directly to Mom. He said he was sending it to Uncle Ray to hold for the kids because he didn't trust Mom with it. Everyone turned to Uncle Ray. And he just sat there, quiet, before finally saying, "Well, it's complicated." That's when Kyle lost it. Nina screamed, Marcy fainted, not joking, and Mom was shouting at Dad to stop poisoning the family. Before I could even process what was happening, Ava yelled, "Does this mean I'm rich now?" which somehow made it even more surreal. The night ended with Uncle Ray storming off, Dad leaving in a huff, and Mom locking herself in her bedroom. Jess texted me later that she and Trevor left for a motel. Kyle says he's lawyering up. And me? I'm sitting here with grape juice still sticky on my dead laptop, 2 dogs fighting over lasagna scraps, and the realization that my family has been sitting on a secret for 20 years. So yeah, that's the end, for me at least. I'm packing my bags first thing tomorrow.